You're listening to the Chronicles of Living podcast, where we talk to everyday people about everyday things in the past, present, and future. Now let's talk.
Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop on the road of life. You can't stop. You can't stop moving. Keep move. Keep that pace. You switching to gear. Let's go as we climb up the hill. Don't slow down. Pedal a little more. The mind is working. It's in control. Your wheels are turning a little more. Going higher another notch. Keep it steady. Don't watch the clock go round. Cycle.
Greetings, my visionary dreamers. How is everybody doing on Let's Talk Sunday, as my mom said. Listen up.
We are learning, always turning later. Cannot stop the time. Always merging into lanes that better suit us as we ride. Switch it up. Switching to gear, let's go. As we climb up the hill, don't slow down. Pedal a little more. The mind is working, it's in control. Your wheels are turning a little more. Going higher another notch. Keep it steady, don't watch the clock go round.
Thank y'all for tuning in today. This is adionne-your-dream-pusher, your lifeguard, saving you from yourself, saving you from the world, saving you from some real bullshit. You're listening to Torelli and the Fuse. Definitely go check them out on Reverb Nation. I'll put the link in the descriptions after the show. You're listening to Chronicles of Living podcast show, the show for everyday people doing everyday things, living everyday life. You know us normal folk, doing a damn thing the best way we can. That's what it's all about. And today's topic is time to clean your closet. And when I say time to clean your closet, I'm not just talking about the physical closet. I'm talking about the other physical closet, meaning your body, your mind, your soul, your spirit. You know, everything that needs to be clean. Everything that you need to put on delete that's not benefiting you anymore. A lot of us do spring and winter cleaning. And we do this from year to year. But I don't think that everybody, when they're doing this spring and winter cleaning, uses that experience as a chance to really reflect on your life, on your past. Sometimes you are cleaning out your closet and you come across certain outfits, and it could be something that you had from 5 years ago, 10 years ago. But for some reason, you're still holding on to it. Maybe you're holding on to it because you gained some weight and you're like, this is my do-it dress, and I'm going to get back into this dress one day. So I'm going to hold on to this dress. Because when I was able to wear this dress, those were some good days. And so, you want to kind of reclaim those memories from that dress. And so you hold on to it, you know. I came up with this topic because I was cleaning out my closet over the weekend. Not just my closet, my car, my son's car. I was just taking stuff out because when I made this move, I just had all of this stuff and I never got a chance to get the rest of the stuff out of the car. And I sent my car to the dealership to get some work done. And I was like, okay, let me get this stuff out of the car finally. And as I was cleaning out things, I was coming across, so many things. And y'all know I tell y'all, I always keep journals. I keep a lot of journals. I have a lot of books, song books, just books of thoughts that I wrote down. Man, I have so many books. It's ridiculous. But that's the one thing I always hold on to because I like to look back and see where my mind frame was at different points of my life. And some of the books I've dated. I've been really consistent with dating everything for the last few years. But in my earlier years of journaling, I didn't keep up with the dates, but I would come across a page maybe in between and it would say the year. So it would make me remember, okay, this happened this year, around about this year. So it would help. But, it was really good. And I'm still throwing away some things. Because I moved so many different times in my life, I have stuff pretty much everywhere. I think I had maybe like 2 more places, one of my aunt's house and my storage in Georgia. And that's it. Once I get that stuff, it's a done deal. So, but it's good. It's really good because I even had say old pay stubs, taxes, bank accounts, just looking at the different fluctuations in my past, the ups, the downs, connected to where I was at that time in my life. And when I say where I was, where my thought pattern was, the things that I was pursuing at that time in my life. And I came across a lot of things and I'm like, wow, I did do this. I did achieve this. I came across my old vinyl, 2 different records that I made. It was a box full of them. And I just pulled them out and I just looked at them and I was like, wow, they don't even really make vinyl. They make it, but it's not as popular anymore. And I'm just like, this was an achievement. And I stopped. And then I pulled out something else and I'm like, wow, I stopped doing this too. So I'm just pulling different things out and then I'm looking at the different occupations that I had, the different careers that I pursued in my life. And I would say 80% of it was great, awesome. I had some good memories coming to me. I'm going to say 90%, really. I'm going to say 90% of the different jobs, the different moves, the different turns in my life was really good. Because even the different situations that kind of seemed or turned grim, I still got something good out of it, rather it be the people that I met, the lessons that I learned. It still was something good that came out of it. So, I want all of y'all to just, it's a new year. It's still the top of the year. We're coming close to the fall. So in a minute, we're going to be doing our winter cleaning and changing everything over to our spring clothes and summer stuff. But I'm sure that a lot of y'all can use some spring cleaning. I'm sure a lot of y'all have closets or drawers that's cluttered and that's the junk drawer. That's the junk closet. You just throw stuff in there when you're cleaning the house and you don't have nothing else to do with it. So you just have this certain closet, this certain drawer that you put the stuff in. Take a weekend and just start going through that stuff. Start really getting rid of stuff. Because the thing is this, when your closet is cluttered, when your house is cluttered, your mind is cluttered. And this is why, like, when I wake up every morning, as soon as I get out the bed, I try to straighten up, my room, make sure I make my bed. Because when you come back in to relax, you don't want to look at a bunch of clutter. You don't want to look at a bunch of junk where you just got to swipe everything off your bed or off your desk. Clean out your office closet, your office desk. Clean off your desk. If you just got a desk, just a top desk, no drawers, go to work tomorrow and it's the top of the week. Get organized, stay late, stay after work or lunchtime, clean your desk off and really start reflecting. Clean your social media pages. It's a lot of times we set up these social media pages and it's been years ago and you might have a friend or two or family member or whatever that you might just need to delete. That's not putting any good energy on your wall. You might need to just delete them. You might have to delete a friend that's close to them because sometimes when you delete the person, if they still have certain friends that's connected to them or certain family members that's connected, they still can post on your wall or see your wall or whatever. I've learned to just delete folk. I'm sorry. I just don't want the negative energy in my life. Whatever people are going through, that is theirs to go through. If I know I don't have nothing to do with it or it's just something that they ranting about, I don't want it in my life. That's just where I'm at. It's something about when you turn 40. Because I really believe when I turned 40, I really got to the point that I'm just like, look, nothing don't affect me. Or if it starts to affect me, I will address it and I will delete it. Or I will walk away from it. And that's just how I roll now. And it is benefiting me so much. Now, trust me, it took me a minute to get all the way to this level. I mean, I started, I believe, at 40 when this mentality started kicking in. But now I could say today at 47, 7 years later, I'm really good at it. I feel like I'm so refined at cleaning out my closet when it becomes cluttered. And again, when I say closet, I mean every little compact space in your life, in your brain, in your thoughts, in your mindset. When I catch it and I feel like it's cluttering me, it's too much noise, I hit delete. Clean out your cell phone. How about that? How about go through your contacts? Who is not serving you no more? Who is not benefiting your life in a positive way? Who is it that when you come across their name, if you're scrolling down your contacts, you just get this certain ill feeling? Delete. Same thing with your social pages. If you come across somebody's picture, delete. Sorry. We have to start doing this in order for us to move on to the next level, become better people and just start really making changes in our life, Clean out your closet with your family and your friends, If you got something that's been weighing on you, an issue that's not sitting right with you, it's time for you to clear that out. Clean it out. Maybe you need to have a conversation with certain people. Maybe you don't need to have a conversation because you know that the person is going to deny it. You know, I'm the type of person like this. If I feel like it's something that's weighing on me as an issue, I will confront the person. Only time I won't confront the person if I know the person is in denial with themselves. If I know that the person is not going to fess up to certain things, I'm not going to waste my breath, my time, or my energy. I just will address it the way I need to address it, or just move on from it. And that's just that. And that don't mean that when I say clean out your closet when it comes to your family and your friends, that don't mean that whatever they might be doing to try to clutter your life, to try to bring noise into your life that's not benefiting you, that doesn't mean that they know it all the time. That doesn't mean that they actually set out to mean you harm. Sometimes some people can bring clutter in your life because of their own clutter that they have in their life. And they can't hear through their own noise. And therefore, it starts affecting them in a way where they start pouring their clutter on you, you know, and they think it's all good. And they think that you don't realize it. But I'm the type of person that there are two things I learned from my grandmama and my grandpa. One from my grandpa is always pay very close attention to people and things in your surroundings, you know. Be very observant because people, they will tell you a whole story if you pay attention to them. They'll tell you who they are. And also I always quote from Maya Angelou, believe people the first time they tell you who they are. And my grandma taught me, never hate people, but you can hate their ways. And I really live by those principles when it comes to dealing with people, you know. So I've learned throughout the years, because I'm such a kind-hearted person and I work hard at being a humble person. You know, as I said before, some people take that for granted and they think that I'm slow. I'm not. It's just that I try my best to give people a fair chance. You know, I try my best to realize that we are all put in each other's life, in each other's space for a reason, rather it be a one-sided situation or a two-sided situation. But what I believe is that everybody always has something to learn from one another, rather be good or bad. And I don't even believe that the bad is bad. I think that the so-called bad is just something that you need to start looking at closely with your own life, you know, because it's times that I've held back for a very long time and I allowed the clutter to come in my brain closet or my mindset closet for too long because I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. And then it builds up to the point that I'm just like, you know what? Kick rocks, man. Forget this. And then people are just like, well, wait, what happened? I thought everything was good. It's just how I'm wired. I don't know. It just get to a point where I just start really zooming in and just like really looking at a situation or looking at a person and like, oh, wait a minute. This is not even cool. Okay. Let me clean this out my closet. I need to clean this out of my closet. Rather be the person, rather be the situation, rather it be the thought. I want y'all to start looking at, when I said I came across like, say, old bank statements or old bills, if you're at a point in your life where things are not going so great, make sure you start tearing that stuff up, because that's not you. That's not you. That's what you went through. Whatever your situation is, it's not you. It's just something that you're going through at this time in your life. And you gotta, when you notice it, you gotta learn how to clean that out your closet. You gotta learn how to let things go. Clean the past out of your closet. So many of us hold on to the past. And sometimes, holding on to the past can be good. If it's a thing where as though, say when I said I came across some of my achievements, some of my accomplishments, pictures and, records and CDs that I actually had pressed up and was in the store and all of that stuff. Like, those are things that every now and then, when you're feeling a little bit down about where you are in life, you might want to pull those things out and look at them. Pictures of, different seasons of your life when things were great. You might want to, why don't you just do this? When you cleaning out your closet at home or at work, put on some earphones and turn on music from the music era that was such a happy time for you. How about that? Because that's what I did. I clicked on Pandora, put my little wireless headphones on, and I just started cleaning. And next thing you know, I got a long mirror. Certain songs came on. You know how when you were young, you used to sing in the mirror. Certain songs came on, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I got to stop for a minute. I got to sing this song out. I got to do some karaoke for a quick minute. And I just felt so good. I didn't look at cleaning at the clutter as this is a job. Oh my gosh. Because, once you start pulling stuff out, you look around at your room or whatever you're cleaning and you're like, oh my gosh, look at this mess. Where am I going to put all of this stuff? But if you do it in a way where you got your music on and you listening to music from happy times, it's a happy moment. And then you can actually look at this clutter that you're cleaning. You can look at the things you come across that wasn't a good time in your life, and you can still smile. And you can still look at it and say, you know what? This was a good learning experience for me. I looked at one of my journals, and it was filled with an old relationship that I was on and off with. And as I was reading it, it was so depressing. I was like, oh my gosh, this was really a depressing time in my life. But then certain songs would come on that made me relate to that certain relationship. And it was just turned around. It was just like happy memories came. Like, oh my gosh, but it was fun at the same time, So I really think that's a therapeutic thing to do. To really, this time when you clean, don't clean just to clean, but stop for a moment. If you come across some pictures, stop, sit down, look at them. Think about it. Think about where your mindset was at that time in your life. Think about the things, the dreams, the visions that you had, the goals that you set at that time in that picture. Think about that stuff. Y'all know I'm going to talk about the journal, but really, you know what I want y'all to do? I got this good idea. Why don't you get you a board from the dollar store? I'm talking to the men too. This is not a girly thing. This is the everybody thing, okay? You just don't have to put the little glitter on it, okay? But why don't you get a big board? I don't care if it's a box and you just split it open and make it big or whatever. But just like you got a timeline on Facebook, how about you make a timeline about your life? Pull out whatever, even if it's a time when you was down, pull out that picture and write the way you felt at that time. Write the dreams and the visions that you had that you might have not been able to follow through at that time. Just write a little paragraph, write the year if you can remember. Write a little paragraph of how you felt at that time, where you wanted your future to go, When it's something like an award or something like that, write how you felt about that award. Write what it took to accomplish winning that award. Maybe it might be trophies. So maybe you might want to get a space somewhere in your house, a little corner or something where you can put a table and put all the things. I'm talking even from high school. If you have it, because I know as we grow, we move, some of us leave certain things with our parents, but whatever you can collect from your past that says all over it, this was a great achievement. I felt good about myself at this point in my life. Put that on a little table stand or whatever you put together, corner or whatever. Maybe put some things on the wall. If you don't have a board, dedicate a space on your wall and, tape up some, or do it neatly, please. You don't want it to look sloppy. Make it look like a real art masterpiece, something that is a conversation piece when people come to your house and they look, they're like, oh, wow. I never knew that you ran track. I never knew that you played the guitar. I never knew that you played the horn. I never knew you could draw. Wow, this is awesome. Because see, what that does is when people come in and they see that stuff, and these are things that they never knew about you, and they're excited about it, guess what it does? It starts and sparks a new flame in you. It makes you start appreciating you more. If you don't appreciate yourself right now, this is something that can make you start appreciating yourself. When I look back at the things that I have accomplished in my life, and I think about now how I just gave up everything and I just kind of walked away from so many different things in my life. When I think about some of my journals that I was reading, a lot of it was talking about money for investment or money for the bills or just money for whatever. And I realized that back then, I had a different way of thinking. I had a different way of talking. It was more a prayer mindset of, God, please let this work out, or, you got this, you put this dream on me, please let me get the finances for it. All of this, please. No. My mindset and the way I talk now is, thank you, God. Thank you, universe. Thank you for putting things in order for me. Thank you that everything is working out for me, for my benefit every day. Everything is working out for my children's benefit every day. Thank you that we are protected everywhere we go. Thank you that you give us favor with people and things everywhere we go. That's my talk now. Before it was like, oh, please let me get, like, oh my gosh, that was depressing as I was reading the journals. I was like, oh my gosh. But I just think that it's all beneficial, because had I not looked back at the journals as I was cleaning, I wouldn't have been able to realize and reflect where I am now and appreciate how different my mindset is, how different I think now. I wouldn't be able to look at, just the fluctuation And my weight, things like my weight, how small I was at one point, and then how I gained weight at one point, and then now I'm back to where I really want to be, but all the different aspects that got me there. Like when I was heavier, when I look at the certain journals and the certain pictures, I realized that was not such a happy time in my life. So stress can bring on weight sometimes, outside of you eating too damn much. But sometimes stress can just hold weight because it messes with your nervous system. It messes with, your system. So you can't release the way you need to, So because I'm so stress-free right now, I was able to accomplish, getting back to the weight that I wanted to get to. I mean, a lot of people look at me and be like, girl, please, wait. But to me, you know at what point when you're walking up them steps and you breathing all heavy and you just like, wait a minute, this is just too much right now. I'm not that old. I should not be breathing all heavy on the fourth step like this. And so, you got to start checking yourself. Why don't you clean out the closet in your heart? Start getting rid of the clutter that's in your heart, the hurt, the pain that you just been holding on to in your heart. Clear that out. Clear it out. Let it go. Let it go. Y'all know I talk about that a lot. That is so important to start letting things go. Start letting people go. It's okay. Even if it's a family member. Of course, your family, as they say, you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your family. But you can pick how much time, how much energy you give to your family. That is yours. Your time and your energy is yours. So you pick and choose who and when you want to give it. Stay away from the energy drainers, the energy vampires, as we call them up here. Clean out the closet in your relationship, your intimate relationship. The things that you've had stored in that relationship closet for years that you just keep rewinding. Like I said on my show, y'all need to go listen to that show. Stop rewinding the tape. Things that you just keep, just stored in that closet of feelings, It's time to let that stuff go. Let it go. Free yourself and free your partner. Because if you don't want to free them, then you need to move on from the relationship. Because what's the point of being in a relationship if you're not willing to forgive? Or if whatever it is that you can't forgive is just that detrimental. It's just filled with that much trauma to you. Then that's unhealthy. Then it is time for you to move on. It's time for you to clean up and go. You need to clean yourself out of that relationship closet. How about that? We got to start really learning how to reflect on our life. We got to start meditating on the accomplishments and know that just like you accomplish whatever that is, you can accomplish something else. No matter how your life is right now, no matter where you are in your life right now, you can achieve anything that you want to. But it all starts with cleaning out your closet. Every closet, every component that is attached to you. It's time to clean Do your spring cleaning, do your winter cleaning, your fall cleaning, your summer cleaning. Do it all at once. You know, if you had something that's been sitting in your closet, your attic, under your bed, wherever, over 2 years, really over a year, that you have not looked at, let it go. Let it go. As a matter of fact, stop holding on to those jeans that you keep saying, I'm going to get back in these jeans one day. And instead of having that mindset, how about you work on, if that's what you want to do, how about you work on getting back in them jeans? And then when you get back down to that size, instead of putting back on the old jeans with the old energy, how about you treat yourself and reward yourself and go shopping for some new jeans that's going to have new energy? Because everything has energy. The clothes you wear, the music you listen to, the shows you watch. All of these things have energy, and that energy affects you. I talk a lot about energy. It's so true. I mean, just the simple thing that I did with listening to, Pandora while I was cleaning and listening to a certain genre of music, old school or, neo soul, whatever my mood was, I kept switching the little station, going back. I listened to some old school hip hop. Next thing you know, I'm breaking out. I'm pop locking, you know what I mean, while I'm cleaning. But I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about myself. I'm reflecting like, wow, those were some good times. And just like those days were good times, I can have good times always if that's what I choose. It's really up to me. Everything is really up to you at the end of the day. It is up to you to feel happy, to feel sad. You are in control of your feelings. At the moment that you're depressed or that you're feeling down about something or feeling down and you're saying that somebody caused you to be depressed or to feel down, that means that you gave your power away. You're powerless. You need to take back your power. You can be happy every day of your life if that's what you choose to be. I'm here to tell you that because I realize that now. It took me some years to realize it. I've never been, I'm very honored and I'm grateful to God that I've never been depressed. I might have been down a couple times. I mean, not more than a couple times. I might have been disappointed, even with myself, not just with other people, but with myself. For maybe sometimes allowing other people to get to the point that they did disappoint me. Because a lot of times we know things before it happened. But again, we try to give people the benefit of the doubt. We try to focus on the good, which we should. We should give people the benefit of the doubt. We should focus on the good from people. Just like different relationships I've talked about in this show, in the past shows. People that I felt like disappointed me in my life. Again, I'm sure I disappointed people as well. But you got to get to the point that you clean out that part of you and you start owning it. You start owning the fact that, okay, this was a time that I know I could have did better in my life. I was disappointed in myself, or I am disappointed in myself at this moment. But at this moment, I choose to let it go. I choose to clean it out of my disappointment closet. Make that stance. Talk it out loud. Because anything that you was disappointed with or in, it is disappointed, past tense. You can't change it. You can't change nothing that was an hour ago, 2 hours ago, 10 days ago, 5 years ago, because it's back there. It's not in the present. It's not in the future. So you got to get to the point that you know that, okay, why am I disappointed? Why am I disappointed in myself, a person, a situation? I don't have to be disappointed. I can fix it the way I need to fix it. Whether that is maybe confronting a person, maybe leaving a person alone, maybe leaving a job, maybe leaving a position, maybe downsizing your house, your car, because you overspent, you're in over your head. Maybe your job had to change and now you're not making as much money. Don't be disappointed if things change in your life. Change comes to allow us to grow. Change comes to make us stronger individuals, to make us look at ourselves and to reflect as to what is really important to us. When I looked back at certain paychecks, I looked at my paycheck. I found one from when I worked at the Boys and Girls Club. But at the same time I found that pay stub, I found little flyers that I had created for the little fashion club and the little media club that I had for the kids. And it made me remember to go look at the video that I had the kids film over the summer, and I put it together and I edited. And I watched that video and I just, oh my gosh, tears was coming to my eyes because I'm like, oh my gosh, look at my kids. Oh, look at because the video was set up, it was like a documentary. I let the kids film the whole summer. I gave my camera and I let them film it. So I didn't know what they were filming, but I edited the video and put it all together for a show that I put together for the summer for the kids. So they made these outfits from scratch and all of that was on this video. And I'm like, when I look back at my certification for design and tailoring, and I'm not doing that anymore. I haven't made any clothes for years and years. But then I look at those pictures of the kids that I was able to take my, things I learned and share it with them and put smiles on their faces and help them to gain more confidence in themselves and bring up their self-esteem. When I look back, it made me go, because I had put together a little website. It's not up, but I can still get to it. And I went and I looked at the website and I'm like, I did a photo shoot on them and I'm like, look at these kids. Oh my gosh. It just made me feel so good about me. So on one hand, I'm looking at the little skimpy paycheck because, working for the Boys and Girls Club. But I was honored. And I realized at that point that it wasn't about the paycheck. It was about the kids. It was about the way I was able to affect their life in a positive way. The memories that I was able to be a part of with them. I'm hoping that one day I might see one of them on stage and be like, yeah, if it wasn't for, my learning instructor, Adionne or April, I wouldn't be here today. Who knows? One of those kids can go on and pursue a career in fashion or media, all because I took what I learned, what I went to school for. And even though I stopped on myself, I took and still shared those gifts and talents with them. That was a huge achievement in my life. Money can't compare We have to get to the point that we understand the value of money and the value of your time, of your gifts, of your talents, and sharing them with other people is no comparison. It's no comparison. And all of that came from me cleaning out my closet. Those thoughts, that inspiration, that encouragement that I gained, all came from me taking the time to clean out my closet. So I'm going to leave y'all now. I'm at my mark. I could share stories upon stories. Y'all know I can just talk forever. But I really encourage y'all to do that, especially if you're not feeling so great right about now in your life. Clean up the house. Clean up the closet. Start clearing out the cabinets in your kitchen. Getting rid of certain food that don't even benefit you no more. You want to change your life? You want to change your eating habits? Start throwing stuff out. Clean out your refrigerator. Just clean it out. Don't think about it. Get a couple of trash bags. If the ingredients has words that you can't even pronounce, throw it in the trash. Because obviously it's something that you don't need to eat. I think I heard Steve Harvey say that. He said if he can't pronounce the ingredients, he don't need to eat it. I agree with him on that. So yeah, it's time, y'all. Still the top of the year. Give yourself a fresh start. That's what this show is about. It's about talking about some real stuff. You know what I mean? I'm your lifeguard. I'm trying to save y'all from some real bullshit. And sometimes we create the bullshit. We got to get to the point that we stop doing that to ourselves. When you acknowledge that your spirit is not sitting right in a certain situation with a certain person, certain career, certain job, occupation, whatever. Even if you worked hard at it, even if you've been at the job for years and years, even if you've been in a relationship for years and years, if it ain't sitting right with you and it's been weighing on you for a long time, if it's not fixable, and if it's fixable, then clean it out. It's time to clean. Okay? So, with all that being said, I love you guys. That would never, ever change. I so wish I could see you all and just give y'all all big individual hugs and just tell y'all how much I appreciate y'all. I really do. I appreciate y'all supporting this show. You really give me encouragement and inspiration to keep going. Just as I'm always working towards giving you the inspiration and motivation and encouragement to keep it moving, you do the same for me. Every time I look at the downloads, the plays, that's what y'all do for me. It would be nice to comment every now and then, do a like every now and then, but I do know you got to kind of log in and all of that stuff. So just downloading is good for me. Make sure y'all download the app too in Google Play Store. And check it out on iTunes, iHeartRadio. As I always say, just Google Chronicles of Living Podcast show and decide what platform you want to listen to it on. All right? So this is Adionne, your dream pusher, your lifeguard, saving you from the world, from yourself, from some real bullshit. Go out there, y'all. Do the damn thing. I love you guys. Peace.
Thank you for listening to Chronicles of Living, where we talk to everyday people about everyday things in the past, present, and future. And if you are pursuing your dreams, I'm proud of you. Because the best part of life is when you decide to live. To keep up with us, please visit chronicles-of-livin.com Until next time, this is Adionne, your dream pusher. I love you guys.